Welcome back to the Think Strong Network. Did you know that some of the most gifted, incredible teens you'll ever meet are intentionally playing small? It's a really strange thing to see, right? This bright spark that seems to be dimming its own light on purpose. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on why this happens and get to the bottom of why they shrink when, they were built for something so much bigger. From the outside looking in, it really does look like a choice they're making. You see all this amazing potential, and yet, the person who has it seems to be actively stepping out of the spotlight. Honestly, it can be super frustrating to watch, and even more confusing to try and understand. And these behaviors, they're so familiar, aren't they? You see them hanging in the back of the room when they could easily be up front, leading the charge. You hear them say, I don't know. Even when you can practically see the answers swimming in their eyes, they act like they couldn't care less about their biggest dreams because just saying them out loud feels way too vulnerable. They'll even laugh off their own incredible talents, acting like they're just flukes instead of the superpowers they actually are.
So I've got to ask you, does this ring a bell? Have you seen this in a friend, a student, a son or daughter, or maybe, if we're being really honest with ourselves, have you seen it in the mirror? Go ahead and drop a comment below. I'd really love to hear about your experience with this.
And right here, this is the big twist. This is where we often get it wrong. We see those behaviors and we think, oh, that's just laziness, or they just don't care. But the truth, it's so much deeper. It is a powerful, instinctual drive for self-protection. They're not trying to be lazy, they're trying to stay safe.
And here's the devastating catch. That shield they're holding up, that whole playing small to feel safe strategy, it's the very thing that's stealing their future. It's a trade-off that feels right in the moment, but the long-term price is literally their own destiny.
So, to really get this, we have to look past the actions. The real story isn't about what they do. It's all about what they believe. Let's dive into the mindset that's causing all this shrinking.
Okay, so the first lie is a classic. If I try, I might fail. But it's not just about getting something wrong. The fear underneath that is all about exposure. For a teen, failing in front of everyone doesn't just feel like a simple mistake. No, it feels like being shoved onto a stage with a blinding spotlight on you for the whole world to judge. So you know what feels a lot safer? Never even getting on the stage.
This next lie, this one is usually learned the hard way. The lie is, if I stand out, I become a target. Think about it. So many talented kids have been made fun of or criticized for being too smart or too good at something. They learn pretty quickly that shining can attract some really negative attention. So what do? They dim their own light. It's a survival tactic. Shrinking just feels safer than shining.
Now check this out, because it's a little counterintuitive. Some teens are actually scared of succeeding. The lie they're telling themselves is, if I win this time, people are just going to expect me to win every time. That feeling, that pressure of having to keep being great, to them, that feels like a much heavier weight to carry than the quiet ache of regret.
And this is the absolute key to all of this. Playing small is not an action problem. You can't just tell someone, hey, just be more confident. It won't work. It is, at its core, a mindset problem. That internal script, those lies they believe, that's what has to change before their outward behavior ever will.
Okay, so we've called out the lies. Now how do we start to fight back? Well, the change begins when we hold up a mirror and finally see the truth. This is where we can start to shatter that small mindset, both for ourselves and for the teens we care about.
The very first step is to pinpoint the source. You got to ask that tough question. What is the specific story, the lie, that I've been telling myself that's making me shrink? Is it the fear of failing? The fear of being judged? You've got to name it to tame it. And this next question, this one takes some real honesty. Ask yourself, what incredible talent, what part of you that's totally unique have you pushed down and hidden just so you could fit in? So often, we bury the best parts of ourselves just to avoid standing out. It's time to dig that back up. And if you need a little motivation to really do this work, here it is. The real cost of playing small isn't just one bad day. It's a whole life of delayed dreams, of missed opportunities, of potential that just sits there completely unused. It's like a slow, steady leak of confidence that, over time, can completely suffocate your sense of purpose. The stakes are just too high to ignore.
All right, we've laid out the problem, we understand the cost. Now let's get to the good part, the solution. We're going to walk through 5 clear,
Totally actionable ways to help ourselves and the teens in our lives finally step into the bigness they were made for. So here's the game plan. Step 1. Call out their greatness. We have to be the mirror that shows them the potential they can't see yet. Step 2 is huge. Teach identity before ability. Ground them in who they are, not just what they can do. Third, we've got to normalize growth and being different. Show them it's okay to stand out. Fourth, we need to actively train them to think bigger, to push past those self-imposed limits. And finally, number 5, celebrate progress, not perfection. Every single step forward is a win that needs to be acknowledged.
I want to pause on this for a second because it's just so crucial. Champions are not made by talent alone. They rise because they have a rock-solid sense of who they are. A strong identity. That's the foundation that allows talent to really flourish. Without it, even the most amazing gifts can just stay locked away forever.
So, looking at those 5 strategies, which one really hits home for you? Is it the idea of teaching identity first, or maybe the one about celebrating progress? I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments which one you think is the most powerful tool.
And just a quick shout out, all the incredible material and the concepts in this explainer were created by the team at The Educational Highway.
I want to leave you with this final, powerful thought. Stop shrinking yourself down to fit into places you were actually built to transform. Small is not your factory setting. Bigness is your blueprint. It's time to step into it.